Yeah, two DJs in the mic, what's the vibe tonight? Talking issues, dropping gems, keep the game airtight. Spin it, flip it, mix it, fix it, yo, we here to ignite. Yeah. Hands on the decks, but the crowd don't move. Blame the DJ, not check the groove. Playlist stale, need some brand new. Crates full of dust, man, what you tryna prove? Yeah, clubs want cheap, DJs want respect. Promoters cutting corners, man, the scene's a wreck. Yeah, sink or scratch, doesn't matter the tech. It's about the energy, not the brand on the deck. Two DJs in a mic, turn the dark to the light. Dropping wisdom, spinning true, get the balance just right. Two DJs in a mic, elevate, take flight. Fix the game, spark the flame, keep the future in sight. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to another edition of Two DJs, One Mic with myself, DJ Mike, and the infamous DJ JP in the wonderful New Orleans. And we got Wil, aka DJ Stress, straight out of JetPack, joining us from sunny LA, or the beautiful city of LA. How you doing, Wil?
Everything is blessed. Everything is blessed. Thank you for having me. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good, man. You know, it's always an honor to speak with you when we see you at the shows and so forth. You know, you guys rock.
Likewise, man. Likewise.
Yes. You have made something and continue to make things that make it easier for us as DJs, all of us.
Yep. Absolutely love those products.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, we are here to serve the community first and foremost, and so hearing that definitely does my heart good.
With me in New Orleans right now.
Oh, there you go.
Always JetPack forever.
Yeah.
We are definitely ambassadors of the product.
Yes. JetPack forever.
Always appreciate the love. Always appreciate the support. No doubt.
Yes, man. I was mad when I realized that it existed. I was like, man, what? Yeah, I was first time we were in Chicago where we first started doing our show on the road. We were just little bitty pups, you know, out in the open area. So when I saw those bags, I was like, man, wow.
And that's where I bought my first bag.
Oh, when we was there?
Yeah, I went back there and picked up my first one.
Yeah. I was mad. I had to have it. Next time I saw you, I was in there.
Well, lots happened since then. Thank you guys for your support. And man, look what you guys at now. And I'd like to say that now, you know, we're good friends and definitely have a bit of a rapport here. So thank you for all your support, all the love that you show JetPack. You know, every little bit counts. And you know, thankfully that you guys came across it. And then you guys gave your honest opinions and love and all the stuff. So you know, thank you for everything that you've done to help us out as well.
Yeah.
Oh, likewise.
Yeah.
Well, Wil, we're gonna jump into these questions because we don't want to waste no time. And Diaper Dan up there, he might be gone, so we got to get him in.
All right.
First question: How did JetPack Bags get started, and what inspired the company to create these products specifically for DJs?
Well, JetPack was started by a couple of friends, and two of us were DJs. All three of us were in the culture. So even the third guy, even though he technically never DJ'd, he was always there in the cut with us at the parties, you know, in the culture, very aware. So we were just three students of the DJ world. I myself, you know, definitely, you know, this is my 31st year of DJing. So, you know, when we started 15 years ago, yes, thank you. When we started about 15 years ago, you know, we were already, you know, pretty solid in the game. And, you know, I was very blessed to be a working DJ, you know, to be out there and gigging and doing my thing. And at that time, you know, there's a couple of things that go into it. Like at the time, you know, we didn't know how things would go. Now we could certainly see there's a little higher of a shelf life. People are DJing into more advanced years, and they're, definitely making more of a professional life and career out of it. At the
Mhm.
time, wasn't sure what was going to be happening. Wasn't sure what the next step was. I love this culture. I love this life. I feel like I'm a DJ to the core, but what's next? Like, am I going to be doing parties when I'm 40 plus, 50 plus? Wasn't sure at the time. And so that element was certainly there, like an avenue for us to like remain in the culture but still sustain ourselves some way. The other aspect of it was, I think there was just a need. At the time, don't think that companies were reacting to the way technology was going with DVS and with Serato and with laptops being more an essential part of the DJ career. I mean, the DJ necessities. Everything was kind of still like coming out of the vinyl days, and they
Mhm.
didn't really. I feel like Bags didn't really adapt and like really speak to the working DJ. And I was a working DJ, so I
Yeah.
knew what I wanted, I knew what I needed. So a lot of our personal needs, our personal uh you know uh kind of experiences went into crafting that bag. And then I used to be I used to like side hustle. I used to sell DJ gear. I used to work for a company. I used to be like that guy. Used to show up and I would talk to you and tell you why this mixer's better, why that mixer's better, why this speaker. So like I was already in the game. I was already selling all this stuff. So, and my partners, they were in other elements of business. Our man Yen, he was already doing import export. So all these things just converged, and we just realized like, yo, there's a need. Let's get crazy. Let's just do it. Like, it could have easily been something that failed. But here we are 15 years later. We just decided to just put our minds together, figure out how to do it. We made one bag, and we just kind of struck gold. That bag was, it could have been, we didn't really know much about making bags. So we kind of lucked out. We're very fortunate. That first bag turned out to be super durable, super high quality. Like, the vision that we had to make that bag actually ended up translating, and it all worked out. So it's just a lot of different things. This could have easily been a company that just went away after a couple of years, but we persevered. We had a lot of passion, and here we are now, 15 years later. Yeah.
Quality,
And that-
quality,
Yes,
quality,
and that
quality.
yes, and that's
Yeah.
a big congrats. One of the things that sold me on the bag was how it held its form. And when I saw
Mm,
that, because normally when you see a backpack, they mostly collapse. They just collapse in. And when I
right.
saw that, I was like, dang, man, that's really cool. How did they do that?
Yes.
And that was the thing that grabbed my attention right away, was that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me get into this next question. So what's new at JetPack Bags, and what products are you most excited about right now?
Okay. So the very newest thing that we have is actually it's a collaboration with a legendary DJ group known as the Beat Junkies, who are also Southern California based, but internationally known, widely considered one of the greatest DJ crews of all time. We have had a long-standing relationship with them. We, famously collaborate with them every year at NAM, and we curate a performance stage together.
Junkies.
Uh,
Yes.
yeah, so some of the illest DJs in the world have played our stage over at NAM, and that's due to like the
Hmm.
collaborative efforts between ourselves. We've been longtime sponsors of their school. They're committed to fostering the next wave of DJs, and they're through their Institute of Sound school, teaching young DJs the right way of DJing. But we never did a product together. So like decade plus of collaborations and decade plus of you know working together, we never actually did a product.
Hmm.
They were longtime users, longtime supporters. We were longtime sponsors. So there was a lot of back and forth. Um, so when they approached us, they said, "Well, we would like to create a product," and what they wanted to contribute was a 45 vinyl bag. So, a little bit of a departure from our standard stuff. We're typically known as like a DVS kind of based, like DJ, uh, you know, um, kind of catering to that realm.
Hmm.
But like I said, all of us, the DJs that started, Jetpack, we all came from the vinyl days, and I still actively do 45s. You know, um,
Mm.
I did a 45 set last night after I was done streaming. I popped over to Chinatown and did a gig
Oh
last night.
wow.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah, absolutely. So, it was a no-brainer, especially for me. So, it was a collaborative effort. They kind of definitely expressed their wishes. The idea was what we wanted to do was to create the ultimate 45 bag, not just like, okay, here's a very standard run-of-the-mill 45 bag that you would find anywhere, but we're just going to slap a name on it. Like we went really deep in the lab to figure out how to really add a lot of wow factor. I think that's one of the things that we try to do with all of our products is instead of doing like 50 different products that are very specified, we like to do like a smaller amount of products that carry a wider range of possibilities, functionality, and that really makes you go, wow, okay, this bag is dope.
Mm.
And so that's what we went with the 45 bag. It holds a lot of records up to 200. It actually has a backpack, hidden backpack straps. So many different ways to carry it. It's got like, the custom branding, a nice little patch with the iconic Beat Junkie logo, custom Be Junkie green, which is their iconic kind of color they're associated with on the inside print with their logo and our logo. It comes with the USB powered light. So when you're doing your vinyl gigs, you have a light where you can go ahead and sift through the records, which is pretty dope.
Mm.
So all these different things, dividers, and then just the variety of organization. I feel like there's a lot of 45 bags that either help you carry a lot, but they don't have a lot of functionality on the side, or they're really functional, you can't carry a lot, or there's always a give and take. And we try to do as much
Hmm.
as we can to fit everything in and chop up that real estate really efficiently. So that's our very newest thing. Some of the other things that we have that is not as new, but still making a lot of noise, obviously, is our boosters. Our boosters are just killing it. It's the stackable rubber discs that you can raise your equipment.
For the
I
taller
mean,
DJ.
for the taller DJ,
Yes.
and you'd be surprised. A lot of people just get the minimal amount just to give it a little bit of raise. They could put their cables under. They could put their laptop stand underneath. We sell a lot of just even like 4 packs, which is basically only lifts your thing up an inch. But yes, for the taller DJs, I know they're
Yeah.
thanking us because those tables are not made for that. And yeah, like I said, wow factor, functionality, and even just outside of box, even being a bag company coming out with boosters was probably a move that no one was expecting. But man, those things are killing it.
Oh, yeah.
And then yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and then
Because
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
had sold out at one point, had you?
We were so we sold out almost immediately, and then we were briefly in a period of like just trying to meet demand. So like we were just like back ordered. We would try to get as much in and fulfill as many orders until we were like sold out again, and that like kind of lasted until finally production was able to catch up. So yeah, but now we're good. We're well stocked, but they're still flying off the shelves for sure.
All right. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
Jeff has
All
about
right.
8 of them.
I have 12. Don't be talking
Oh,
about
well, that's even worse.
it's a good height if you got a booth. Like my TV booth is kind of low, so I can
Uh-huh.
use those. So it really helps me out, especially height wise. If I'm in a low booth, I just whip those out, throw them under my control, my rain performer, and boom, I'm ready to go. So yeah, I love them. So our next question is, how much influence does customer feedback have on the design of the new product? So I'm specifically talking about the new bag you just sent Mike with the curved zip in it. What did
Yeah.
that come from, or why did y'all change the zip from the straight down to that curve?
Oh, that curve. The thing is, the curve one is actually it's a different bag that I had to send them. So we were out of stock of our remix. I had to replace it with the prime, which is a bigger one,
Oh, okay.
which is just a different design function. But that's actually our original bag, which is why it's called the prime. In fact, just a little bit of history. That bag wasn't even called the prime when it started. It was just the jetpack. That was our
Mm.
first bag that we ever
Oh,
created.
okay.
It was just called the jetpack. So that's the original bag that everything it's since evolved, but at the time we only made one bag. So we didn't have this idea of like naming different things. We basically created a bag called the Prime, and it was the one that started it all. So when we first created it, S11s weren't out yet, S9s weren't out yet. Remember, this is 15 years ago. So the largest kind of mixers that one was supposed to fit was more like the classic 9 to 10 inch width, which is like, like the Rain 62, or the Pioneer S9. So I'm taking it a little bit back in the day. So so basically, if I had come with the Slim and started with the Slim, like a mini bag with not that many features, as cool as it seems now, like if that was our introduction, no one would take it seriously. Like our very first bag that we had to create had to be function first. It had to be the most functional bag. That's our way to capture everybody's attention. So it was a full featured bag at that time. Things have evolved since, so we've gone larger with the XL and the drop and so forth. But at the time, the Prime was meant to be the most fully featured one, and it was just a way to fit everything in. So we wanted it to be able to carry up to 17-inch MacBook, which was at the time the largest. Now they only have 16s, but at the time they had 17s. We wanted to be able to carry a full-fledged mixer or some sort of typical, similarly sized gear. We wanted to fit like, tablets. We wanted to fit control vinyl. We wanted to fit headphones without getting it crushed. So we had to if you notice where that where everything kind of fits, it was just a way to efficiently put that all together. And then eventually our second bag actually was the Remix. And now, if you understand, it just sounds like that's the name of the bag. But the reason the name of that second bag is called the Remix, because it was a remix on the original JetPack. So whereas the first JetPack, as Mike, you have your rounded kind of look with the thing. It was a remix, and we went streamlined. We went rectangular. We went straight up and down. And that's why that became the Remix. And then eventually now we don't want to just call that the regular Remix. That became the Prime, from which the whole thing started. And then we created our entire line, because at the time we didn't know where we was going. We didn't know how long we were going to last. We didn't know. We just put all our resources into one bag. We put all, and from there, we went a little bit smaller. And then after that, we went into the Slim. And then after that, we started doing all our different, branching out. But that's kind of the story of it. So the Remix was the first one that you got. It's technically speaking, are like right in the middle, medium-sized bag. It's a really great sized bag that's very versatile. The Prime that we ended up giving you is a little bit larger, and that's the one that you have right now. But that's
I love it. I love it. I'm grateful that you gave me the OG. I'm grateful.
Yeah. It's a little bit, every step of the way we've, the original is not quite the same, but that's the birth of it, the inspiration. And then, every few years, obviously we make modifications to get with the times and to, reface it slightly. But the look, the feel, the original inspiration, the entire JetPack is from that bag.
Yep, that's great. Bob.
Oh, Bob's in the building.
Yes.
Hey, Bob Powell, how you doing? Hey, shout out to Midwest DJs, doing great work. One of these days I'll get out there personally, but yes, we'll always be happy to support people doing great work, such as Bob and the Midwest DJs crew. Good to see you, Bob.
You want to throw another shout? Say, no, hey, Mike, you kicked the same one.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, sir.
He said I use them with my Bond booth for my Rain 12. So
nice.
Old man Bob with some Rain 12. Get out of here.
Get off Bob. Get off Bob. Get off Bob.
Bob, I need a picture of that.
Yeah. All right. So what challenges, and I know we kind of touched on this, but I want to touch on it a little bit more. What challenges DJs face today when traveling with gear that JetPack is trying to solve? Is there something else on the horizon that you guys are looking at solving?
Well, look, I think traveling has always been a consideration, a design consideration from the very beginning. So for example, we want, the Prime is a little bit on the upper limit of it, but you should still be able to fit it underneath a airplane seat, and everything smaller should fit. I'll give you an example. Our drop system, which is our roller bag with, the additional snap backpack.
Yes.
everything that went into consideration was that drop system had to still fit overhead internationally, and then that additional snap backpack had to go underneath. And then things like, well, the Prime, yes, it can carry a mixer, but if you're traveling, it can also carry a change of clothes. Like, these are the sort of things that always went into our decision making basically since day one. Nowadays, one of the things that I think people, one of the challenges is flying, or traveling. Even if you're not flying, is nowadays motorized controllers are now a thing. As we all know, motorized controllers are extremely heavy. So the Glide was a great hybrid. It's not necessarily the same thing as a soft case, where like a soft bag where you just kind of throw it in. Then you have a hard case, like a flight case. It's really a hybrid between the two, where it gives you protective qualities like a hard case, but it's not as heavy. Obviously, it's not stackable. There's certain things that it doesn't have. You have your pros and cons, but it's like right there in the middle. It's a good compromise, and it's a lot easier to carry a motorized controller in the Glide versus putting it in a flight case and having to break your back to carry that around. So right there, that was also a concern. And then when it comes to flying, like we understand that, like, I wouldn't throw my controller in like a soft bag and just check it in and just let fate have its way with it. Like, we definitely, if the thing is, you look at our Glide system, it's made out of material, it's made out of fabric, or like a textile fabric. So obviously it's just a soft case and it doesn't protect. The thing that you don't see, and I'll bring it back to something that Mike mentioned earlier, like how it keeps its shape, how it stands. Like, how do you guys do that? Well, the thing is, you might look at a backpack like our backpack, you might look at a JanSport and go, well, they look the same. Feel in between the JanSport, feel in between the compartment. It's just a thin layer of fabric. Now feel the JetPack. Inner construction, foam, PE board, all types of things.
Yep.
So when you feel a Glide, you will feel the rigidness of the material. You will feel on the lid an inch plus of dense foam, and then the fact that we give you an additional waffle foam to cover the front of Velcro to keep it into place. And we humbly, stand by our claim that you can, as long as you use all the included equipment that we give you, as long as you include all the foam, you strap it in tight, you should be able to check in any controller, throw it on a flight. You should be okay.
Are you talking about an overhead compartment, or throw it under the plane?
Well, between me and you, any full-size controller, I'm talking anything from like a Rev 7, an FLX 10, a Rain Performer, a Rain 1, something in those realm, they're already, just the controller itself, it's technically already beyond the size of a carry-on.
Oh, okay.
Now,
all right. Yeah.
So anything you were to carry it in, by default, is not going to be
not
within the limits.
So you're saying we can probably throw it under the plane and it'll be safe?
You could check it in and it'll be safe. In fact, not only do we make those claims,
that's
but
huge.
Anecdotally, we have a ton of examples, ton of testimonials of people that have flown, that have done it. I will say this, you can carry it on if you sneak it on and you don't check it in, and then you take it, and then they're just willing to look the other way.
They'd be nice.
Chill.
Sometimes
sometimes they do that, but if the flight is full, like it's a pretty heavy flight, I doubt that that's going to work. Use your own discretion. I can't guarantee that that'll happen. So I have heard testimonies both, like, oh, I was able to sneak it on. I'm like, okay, that's great. Can't guarantee that that's going to happen, but people have
you
done
sit
that.
in the back row. You'd say you want the back row. You can slide it behind your seat in the back. I'm a witness. And I've done that. So
right.
I know a few tricks too.
Don't listen to him. Please do not listen to him. Don't get kicked off.
I'm telling the truth. I did. I slid my controller behind the last seat in the plane.
Do not listen to him.
Yeah.
He does not represent the truth.
It does not reflect the opinions of JP.
No, well, I'm telling you what I did. Okay, so if you can believe it or not, I'm good with it. All right, good deal.
Ripley.
Keep quiet, brother.
I like that. That was good.
All right, Jeff.
Custom embroidery. Yes, I don't have this bag custom, but has become very popular. Why is branding so important to DJs, man? And what made y'all start customizing the bags?
Well, look, that's probably the first outside the box sort of thing. Outside of the fact that, our bags were very innovative from the go, design wise, spoke to DJs, designed like a DJ. But the first thing that really screamed like, that's bold. Like, what company would decide to do that? And I think because we were a smaller company, we had the wherewithal, we had the courage to do it. I think, if we were a corporate structure from the get-go, might not have been something we would have wanted to do. So it was just kind of a blessing from where we started. But look, we're DJs. We know what DJs wanted. We know the language of DJs. We know that, especially as when we started 15 years ago, this was still like the nascent, but still it was happening. The social media period was already like, it's not what it is now, but it was already hitting the ground running. It was
Oh
going.
yeah.
And so, we understand things like, branding, the power of a name, the power of a name. I mean, all the way back from when a power of a name on a flyer, when those meant something back in the day. Like, I still remember those days,
Yes.
all the way to like what it meant in like, social media. Like, we got it, we understood it. And so, that's why we did it. I think that might not be a decision that a lot of, like at the time, bigger companies would have done. But because we were small, because we understood it, we sought out to figure it out. And honestly, that meant on to the base manufacturing level of how our bags are made in order to cater to the fact that we want to be able to do this cleanly. Like, those decisions had to be made right from the beginning. And so but we knew that this would be important. We knew that this would be something that DJs would love. And here we are later. I would dare say that we were probably right, because I think
Oh
the
yeah.
customization, yeah, I think the customization not only is important for branding, obviously visibility, obviously with name, but I think there's a certain sense of pride that you get owning your own custom, your own
Oh,
101
of course.
jetpack bag,
Yep.
and I think
Yes.
that's also what we're kind of selling as well. And I think, like, this is your job, this is your passion, this is, something that's important to you. I don't think that people are DJs just casually. It's definitely something that they're invested in, something that they love. It's a big part of their life, and I think you should feel good about that. And I think
Oh
Well,
that's
yes.
that's
I
kind
have
of
a
what we're
question
providing.
about customization. I don't know if y'all do this on purpose or it's just part of the
Uh-huh.
bag.
That's
But
the
do
Yeah,
logo.
you get the same feeling we do when we walk through an airport or anywhere and you see that
Mm.
yeah.
when people walk around with their, I bet you guys smile a lot when y'all see that walking around or, oh man, that's one of our bags. But I'm saying, do you take a lot of pride in seeing those and knowing that that guy's probably a DJ and he's got one of your bags?
That is very observant of you, my friend. That is very observant. That's
Oh,
a
we do
hundred.
it all the time when me and Mike
Yeah,
travel.
we
We
be
in
in
the
the
airport.
yeah.
Oh man, that's a DJ right there. We'll go up and talk to him immediately.
But I mean, you just hit it on the nail. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly like, that's the first of all, that's the purpose of having it there. It's almost like a little badge that we can immediately see. It's part of the recognizability. It's part of being the tribe, part of the tribe. Like right there. And it's definitely something that I definitely take enjoyment when I see it. At the moment, I don't have to see it. So the bottom line is that I don't have to see it from the back. I could see it from the front and see
That's
that
what
you're
I'm
wearing
saying.
it.
When you see that little O, you immediately know that that person is a DJ, man.
Yeah,
And I always
yeah,
tell Mike, there goes a DJ right there. I tell my wife, there's a DJ. How you
I
know?
love
Because I see
it.
the thing on the bag right there. So that's a cool little idea y'all got too. That's
Yeah.
another great part of branding right there also. All right, Miguel.
Yeah, I'm just excited about that. So where are we at? Where are we at? What can attendees expect to see from Jetpack Bags at DJX 2026 in about 5 to 6 days?
Well, we're long time now at this point, long time exhibitors at DJX. So every year you can expect to see us have a nice booth, come on by, get great
Mhm.
deals on the best DJ bags and DJ products on the planet. That's every year. But this year in particular, because this year also happens to coincide with our 15th anniversary
Ah,
of being a company. We're actually every purchase of a bag will actually get a free limited
Mm.
edition 15th anniversary shirt.
We have ours. Yes, there it is.
Right here, right
There it
here.
is.
And to give you a little, I'm not the best model, but there you go. And
We'll take it.
it comes in now. It comes in cement, and due to popular demand, we actually expanded and got a red color as well. You guys got the red ones, right? Or no,
Yes,
you guys got, yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes.
You guys had the,
I still got it in the bag.
yeah.
We not busting the seal until we get in Atlantic City, and we're gonna be
Nice.
live with the 15 on.
And nice. And yeah, so that's it. This once this run is done, we're not coming out with this shirt again. It's a nice little commemorative shirt. So that's really cool. And I think we're gonna have I think a little bit extra of a discount just to like kind of like some blowout deals that are kind of just to celebrate, take a little thank you and a little give back to the customers. So we'll have some good pricing as well. And then on top of that, we are for the first time going to be helping contribute to the closing party, typically known as the Melstar
Oh,
and
that's
Friends party.
huge, bro.
Yeah.
Congrats.
So we're helping with our contributions, as we've kind of talked about earlier. We have a long-standing relationship with the Pete Junkies, and we played an active role in kind of helping bring them and their presence to DJX, because I think that helps broaden the cultural experience and the DJ culture of DJX. To bring the Junkies over from the West
yeah.
Coast.
Yeah, and that's
So we have
cool. Because we have the East and the West in the house.
Right. And so we actually have Melody, world famous beat junkie, one of the most impeccable, just one of the most like just
He's a
immaculate
beast.
performing DJs ever. He's gonna be on the lineup along with Mel Star, of course, who's one of the greats as well, and Cool DJ Red Alert,
Cool DJ Red Alert.
which
yes. Oh man.
So
Oh, yeah.
so it's a heavy lineup. Yeah. Hey, yo. But legends upon legends. And so, we're happy to play a small part to help contribute to that party as well. And I think just in general, we're just gonna just kind of, in general, just kind of take some pride in our 15 years and enjoy the DJX as we always do. And then, of course, just spending time with the fam. This is always like, a great opportunity for us, not just on a business side where we are giving great deals and we're doing all this stuff, but, we always try to say, and we live by our words, we are part of this community. So it's great to reconnect, solidify some of these relationships we've built over the years, talk to people, because this is many times one out of maybe a couple times out of the year that we'll get an opportunity to reconnect with a lot of fams like you guys. So I'm looking forward to that. JetPack is definitely committed to not just the business side of this, but the culture and the community of the DJ world. So we're looking forward to it.
Oh yes, and you guys are a big part of that, man. It's always a blast to see you guys and see people running to get the bags, because they go like hotcakes.
They
People
do.
I'm talking about, they go like hotcakes, and it'd be like you never seen one before. It's like unicorns, like a boot full of unicorns.
It's crazy. I think the very first time we exhibited was 2017, and we just got like a real small booth, like the minimal, and we didn't know what to expect. And we showed up, we're setting up, I think our neighbors like, oh, hey, what do you guys do? And we're like, hey, we make backpacks. Like, oh, cool. Like, oh, and I remember not trying to toot our own horn, but right from the rip, it just was like,
oh yeah,
a line formed. We sold out of stuff. The people next to us were like, all right, who are these guys? And we didn't even know. And it just really helped solidify things. DJX has just been a great experience for us. It definitely really helped us, broaden our horizons and be more of a tangible, presence out in the East Coast and in other parts, and helped us build our base to being more of a national brand versus more regionally, like, a little bit more stronger in certain regions. So, yeah, every year I got to say I'm very blessed. When you have that concentration of DJs and to be able, and we're here to serve the community, it's definitely a blessing. definitely also a source of pride knowing that we can help a lot of DJs as well out there.
Like, what's so crazy? Like, when I saw JetPack, I was like, man, JetPack. And I'm like, I really want one, but I want to see it or touch it before I get it. So when we were all at Midwest the first time, I said, man, I went over there, I looked at it, I said, I went back, and they said, well, we'll do customized. Y'all had this great special running. I said, man, let me go on and give me a bag, man. And so I've loved mine ever since. And just, I think it's one of my best purchases because you can get so much in there, man. Records, laptops, Mac, iPad, and all your wires and all your every little thing, man. You got space for a microphone. You can put a mixer in there if you need it, depending on which one you get, of course. Yeah. But I mean, what stuff you can get on your MacBook, another MacBook if you want to. I mean, that second bag up, the plugs, everything. So it's just an incredible bag. And I was like, man, I can't leave Chicago without getting one of these. Yeah. So I said,
to be honest,
hit me across the head for doing this, but I'm
glad you did.
Glad you did. The bag is like a mansion for DJs equipment.
That's you.
It's
man, Will, you just see all the stuff he got in there, man. I think Mike can run he just needs a speaker. That's all he needs. Everything else he got.
Hey, shout out to Bob. Thank you for rocking with it since 2017. And look, I'm always surprised. Like, when you design it, like, you want it to be versatile. But I use my bag and I have it a certain way. But then I'll literally look and see whether it's in person or if I see it on a video. To this day, I still see people just open up the bag and they're using it in ways I would not have imagined. And that's how they're using it. Man, that's what's up. Like,
that
I'm
was
impressed.
Right there. I'm telling you, so much stuff in there. It's like another human. It'd be pulling it back. Like, Mike, what don't you have in that bag, man? I just want to make sure I get all my wires and all that. Like, man, you're going to kill yourself. You're going to break your back. I mean,
hey. JetPack for president.
No, if you got a happy customer satisfied, that's one of them right there. He absolutely loves. I love mine and he loves his too, man. He was so hurt when I had one and he didn't have one. I gotta get me a bag, man.
It was bad. When I saw it, I'm like, yeah, I got you. But
that's right. It's two DJs and one mic. It's not two DJs and one bag. It had to be two DJs and two bags. That's what
bags now. Yeah, he got his bag.
Yeah,
that's right.
Multiple.
Yeah.
That's all right, Jeff.
All right, man. What advice would you give to DJs besides to purchase one of your bags as try to invest in quality travel gear?
Well, I think we work hard to. I know that people, ostensibly it looks like our bags, I think, I know I'm a little over the place. I think initially our bags were looked at as a little expensive, right? Unfortunately, it costs a lot of money to produce the type of quality that maybe, like I said, you don't see, like the inner construction, like those sort of things. I think in this day and age, with the way that all the prices have raised, and the cost of living is super high. Like, if you really it's not something we really mention publicly, but I'll say it here. If you really look at where our pricing is during this whole phase, you'll see that it was very much with intention to fight that and to still remain like an affordable option for our DJs. That's not something we talk about, but it was hard. It was, with our raised costs of manufacturing and transport. So the bottom setup for that is, my advice is, while like things like, I'll give you an example. Someone will, like, as crazy as absurd as this sounds, like, people have come up and said, like, they'll look at our Snap, which is like a single compartment, like small, bag. They'll go, oh, that's a great size. It's so small. Can you throw a mixer in there? I'll be like, no, if you want a mixer, get a bigger bag. Like, it almost sounds so, like, obvious, but like, people sometimes have misconceptions. Like, they want a little bit of everything. They want a small bag, but they want that small bag to carry everything. And I think my best advice,
You
Yeah.
can't.
And then, you know, what a lot of people do will end up overstuffing it and doing things like
Yeah,
that. So
can
my advice is to really take, you know, this is a, you know, we offer a warranty, we offer, like, you know, a lot of great customer support. So you can have a lot of faith in investing with something that's a solid choice. And, you know, I would say to take a look at our resources, take a look at like kind of the information we provide you, and take a hard look at like, what do you carry every day? You know, go a little bigger if you need it, and if you don't, then go a little smaller. And some people, quite frankly, uh many times over said, yeah, you know, this looks a little big, but you know, I want the slim. And you know, the slim is probably the, you know, it's got to be the probably one of the best, if not the best selling DJ bag. I mean, it's just it's so versatile and it goes out. But a lot of people will come back and be like, slim is great, I love it, I need a bigger one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And people forget that, like, we're not just trying to come out with the pretty bag. We do want to do that. We want it to look good on your back. We want you to look fly, all that sort of stuff. But we also are taking care, first and foremost, the working DJ, and we're trying to enhance your life. So we're trying to enhance your DJ experience. We're trying to make you more organized, make life easier for you, enable you to do your job better. That people forget that. That's very important to us. This is not just like you know, like a cosmetic choice. This is not just like a branding choice. This is also like a working, functional choice that you should be making. So because of that, you should also not just take a look at just how it looks or what the size is or how it think. You should honestly take a look and catalog a little bit what you're going to be carrying. Well, if you're a gear minded guy, if you're a backup laptop kind of guy, if you're like, I bring like two you know, extra hard drive kind of guy, if you're like, you know, if you're that kind of guy, then you got to take a hard look at what we have.
yeah,
Yeah.
batteries, pens, business cards,
Mhm.
headphones,
You name it.
cables. You
Yeah.
name it, we get it in there, man. So I absolutely love my bag, and I'm so glad I made that purchase. I'm glad, and if you don't have a jetpack, you're doing something wrong.
Yes.
Thank you.
If
Thank you.
you are a DJ and you don't have a jetpack, it's something wrong with you.
Yeah, but a lot.
Even if you only use vinyl, there is no way on
Oh
this
well, it's
earth.
made for that. It's got a slot for
I
vinyl.
know it, but I'm just saying it's no way on earth that you shouldn't. One, the quality of the bag.
Yeah,
They last. They are
yeah.
durable. They do what they supposed to do. The
We take them
zippers don't
everywhere.
break.
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, it's I'm just saying my uh my smaller bag has been around town. It travels with me everywhere.
everywhere,
I
every
love it.
day.
Yes,
I love
yes.
it.
So I'm just saying it's nothing like having a product that does what you know it's
It's
supposed to do.
absolutely.
When it's promoted, everything that you guys promote about the bag is true. And it's nothing like that when you have that type of situation. So, we can cry about prices, but man, those bags are worth every penny and some.
I think they're definitely a great value for what you're getting. Absolutely.
Yeah, they're worth it, man. It does it does the work. And I love it.
All
I will
right.
not be without another jetpack. If y'all said y'all were closing down, I have to go find some money and buy every bag that I can
One more.
have.
Get you a fanny
Yes.
pack too, huh? Get you a crossbody too.
I don't know about all that, but you going too far.
All right. Well, hit this last question so we can get on out of here.
Okay, looking ahead, where do you
Yeah.
see jetpack bags and DJ travel gear heading over the next few years?
Oh, that's a great question. I think a couple of different things. I think a little bit. We have some things in the pipeline that we want to do, but also, I think what's going to dictate some of our decisions is just where technology goes,
Hmm.
where things go. A lot of what we do is going to be dependent on, just quite frankly, what other gear is coming out, the size of that gear that's coming out. So certain controllers that are coming out, certain mixers that are coming out, that's going to be a little dependent on that, of course. But also from our own standpoint, I think that when we started, like I said, we started with one bag, and we didn't really know what the future held. And here we are, like in this quest to continue to, I think what we're trying to do basically is to complete. Obviously, there's always going to be upkeep. There's not going to be a point where it's like absolutely complete, but like what we want to do is complete that DJ line and have everything that a DJ would need accessible to them. And I don't think we're there yet, you know. So we're going to continue on that quest as well. I think that we're going to continue to think outside the box. So, continue to see, high quality bags, high quality transport gear, but you're also going to see things like the boosters, which isn't a bag necessarily, but just like a smart outside the box sort of maybe accessory that, there's not really a place for it, but we'll be the ones to take that mantle and go ahead and produce that if we really feel a need. So again, a lot of that's going to depend on the trends. A lot of that's going to depend on where the business and where the culture of DJ is going on its own. And I want to say that we're going to be happy to try to adapt as soon as possible and serve the DJ's needs.
I want to look at y'all website right quick before I say this, but have y'all ever thought about designing the perfect DJ stand?
Like a laptop stand?
Yeah.
Have we thought about it? To say that we thought about doing the perfect one? No.
I mean, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying that as a just as a gins and giggles, but just something to just put y'all spin on it, just to what, because you guys are DJs, so I just feel like sometimes they don't take everything into account when they do those, and I just wonder if y'all had any plans to do that.
As of right now, I'll say no, we don't. I know that there's a couple of options out there, that I think, there's some that do it pretty well, but there's also, laptop stands, just like bags, that goes beyond just DJ,
Yeah.
And I think that there are a lot of options out there, and we have a limited amount of bandwidth. I wish I could do everything,
Yeah,
but,
it was just a curiosity question because I was just thinking, and I said, yeah, and just a question that came to mind, since I know you guys are DJs and y'all kind of listen to what we're saying and
right,
and take into account what we want and what we're trying to do with it. So it's,
there's been some advancements in laptop stands and powered laptop stands and all that sort of stuff. So, I think we're happy to let those people fight that fight. Okay. And I think, as far as us throwing our flag in there, that's probably not going to happen anytime soon.
Just me asking.
Yeah, no doubt. Great question.
From the DJs, but yeah. So one last question, man. We're gonna let you go, and I'm gonna get back into this conference before I get hit upside the head by my wife. Are there any products or surprises you guys might share with us at DJX? Y'all got anything y'all gonna surprise besides T-shirts or give good specials or anything like that?
Unfortunately, because you my boys, I'll go ahead and spill the beans. There's no surprises. We have nothing new. We are fresh off the. We're only 2-3 months in from our rollout from the 45 bags. So unfortunately, we've honestly never. As much as I love DJX, we've never looked at DJX as more like an announcement place. It's more like, I think it's been just reconnecting and selling what we have. I think like I feel like NAMM is more like where we'll announce new.
We don't have to say anything else. We fully understand. We've experienced NAMM, so you don't have to say anything else. That place is crazy. Yes. Oh my God. But hey, man, we look forward to not talking to you guys because y'all always so busy. I'm gonna get you back, man. Because we walk by, we never get to talk to y'all unless we see you out at dinner or walking around the hotel, leaving the booth or whatever, because y'all so busy. But that's a blessing. That's a beautiful blessing, man. So I can't wait to see you guys. And as everybody's said, the best time we get to talk to people is when everybody's setting up their booth. Otherwise, we all running like chickens with our head cut off.
Are you guys setting up shop like outside?
We're in our normal spot. We'll be in our normal spot, and we're gonna have a booth on the inside. We got something we dropping too.
So we got 2 spots.
Okay. That's what's up. Well, look, I'm gonna definitely try to find some time
Oh, please.
Sit down with you a little bit. Say,
we'll just come
you know,
kidnap you when we feel like it's a dull
yeah.
moment. Yeah, but y'all don't ever have a dull moment, so I don't know.
No, it's about sales, man. It's this is an old movie, but I think about Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and just saying sales, Barnum, sales. So you got there's a bunch of sales going on. Bunch of sales. So that place is a madhouse in a good way, and it's just so much activity, man. It's beautiful. I love to see that many DJs in one place. It's beautiful.
Absolutely.
Well, gentlemen, I'm gonna get off because I gotta go march down Canal Street in the second line because we're gonna second line to our next part of the party tonight. We're gonna have to bring that to Jersey or somewhere, do a second line from to a party, maybe one time.
They might be looking at you crazy up there, but we can try.
Yeah, well, I gotta run. Will, good to talk to you, man. We'll see you in a few days, and Mike, I'll see you in Philly.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you, Will, for joining us, and thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Two DJs, One Mic. We'll see you in 6 days, brother.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure to speak to you, gentlemen. Always a great experience, and thank you guys for the love, and thank you for the work that you're doing. Doing what you do for the community and the culture. I appreciate and honor you guys as well. For all the hard work you guys are doing. So thank you very much for having me.
All right, brother. You have a good one.
All right, take care.
What's the vibe tonight? Talking issues, dropping gems, keep the game airtight. Spin it, flip it, mix it, fix it. Yo, we here to ignite. Yeah, hands on the decks, but the crowd don't move. When the DJ not check the groove. Playlist still need something brand new. Crates full of dust, man, what you trying to prove? Clubs want cheap, DJs want respect. Promoters cutting corners, man, the scenes are wrecked. Yo, St. go scratch, doesn't matter the tech. It's about the energy, not the brand on the deck. Two DJs and a mic, turn the dark to the light. Dropping wisdom, spinning truth, get the balance just right. Two DJs and a mic, elevate, take flight. Fix the game, spark the flame, keep the future in sight. Yeah. Fake followers and played streams. They chasing clout but killing dreams. Then he's playing politics, killing the scene. But we bring solutions, not just a meme. Pay the DJ, they the life of the spot. Don't let the boot get cold when the dance floor's hot. Respect the craft, don't reduce it to a bot. It's an art form, now they get the time for God. Dynamite, oh, dynamite, oh, dynamite, oh,